Welcome back to Tales by WZ. In today's story, we explore a husband who discovers his wife's secret trapped wife, Instagram, then quietly flips the script and lets the truth speak for itself. As you listen, notice the exact point where you think he should have walked away. My wife said, "My marriage is a cage." I replied, "Then go, the door is open." Then I created my own account, posted receipts of every bill I paid, called a lawyer, and just watched as her secret victim persona collapsed, and her online escape plan blew up around her. I am 32, and the last 8 weeks have felt like living inside someone else's online drama. It started on a random Tuesday afternoon at work. I was between meetings, scrolling Instagram, not really thinking about anything. I clicked on the Suggested For You section and fell straight into the algorithm rabbit hole. One account caught my eye. The profile picture was a silhouette against a sunset. The username was something like Unchained Butterfly 2024. Not the exact name, but that kind of dramatic, freedom-themed vibe. The top post made my stomach drop. The background was our kitchen, not just any kitchen. Our weird tile pattern that we argued about 3 years ago when we moved in. I know that tile like I know my own hands. The caption under the photo said, "My marriage is a cage, planning my escape soon." I froze. I clicked on the profile, public account, about 5,200 followers. I started scrolling. Every post was about being trapped in a marriage, about narcissists who control everything, about finding herself again, about planning an escape. There were quotes about toxic relationships, short rants about being misunderstood, selfies where you could not see her full face but you could see enough. Our living room with her yoga mat. Our neighborhood coffee shop, our car, my car that she drives, our couch, our apartment. The captions were things like, "Soon I will be free to be me again, and he has no idea what I am planning." The comments were full of strangers cheering her on. "You go girl, leave him. Narcissists never change. Document everything for the divorce." I kept scrolling, feeling more and more detached, like I was reading about some character in a story and not my own life. We have been married 4 years, together for 6. We have had arguments, sure, but nothing like this. Yet here in her secret online life I was the villain. I screenshotted everything, every post, every comment where she replied. There was one comment that hit me hard. Someone asked, "Does he know?" And she replied, "Not yet. Building my exit strategy first." Exit strategy. Like she was breaking out of prison, not walking away from a normal marriage where I paid most of the bills. This is the part a lot of people miss. When someone is planning an exit in their head for months, they are not really in the relationship with you anymore. My first instinct was to go home and confront her right away. But something stopped me. Maybe it was all the legal shows I have watched. Maybe it was self-preservation. Instead, I called my older brother. "Bro, you are not going to believe this," I said, and I sent the screenshots. He called back almost immediately. "What is this?" he said. "This is your wife." "Apparently the secret version of her," I said. "So what are you going to do?" I sat there thinking and something clicked. "I'm going to beat her to it," I said. That evening I went home and acted completely normal. She was on the couch, scrolling her phone. For all I know, she was on that account soaking up support from strangers. "Hey babe, how was your day?" I asked. "Fine. Work was whatever," she said. "What about you?" "Same old," I said. "I am going to watch that documentary in the bedroom. You good out here?" "Yeah, I am watching this show," she said, eyes on her phone. I went to the bedroom, closed the door, and got to work. I created a new Instagram account, simple username, neutral profile picture, nothing dramatic. I did not want it to look like a revenge fan page. I wanted it to look like someone just stating facts. My first post was a cropped screenshot of one of her captions, with her username hidden. The caption was simple. "Found out my wife has been running a secret Instagram for months, telling 5,000 strangers I am a toxic narcissist while planning to leave. She left out that I pay all our bills while she finds herself. Here is my side of this cage of a marriage." Second post, a cropped screenshot of our shared calendar, showing all the date nights, trips, and dinners I had planned over the last year. Caption: apparently being a controlling narcissist means planning date nights, cooking dinner, and suggesting couples therapy when I felt something was off. My mistake. Third post, my bank statement with account numbers blurred. Rent, utilities, car insurance, groceries, all paid from my account. Caption: the cage she says she is trapped in is the one I pay for 100% while she works part-time and spends the rest on coffee with friends. Rough life. I did not tag her. I did not use her name. I used general hashtags about fake narratives and honesty in relationships. Then I quietly followed about 30 of our mutual friends. Then I waited. Within 20 minutes, my phone buzzed. Her best friend. "WTF, is this you?" she wrote. "Did you really just post about your marriage on IG?" "Just sharing my side," I replied. She has been sharing hers to 5,000 people for months. Thought it was time for some balance. More messages followed. People were confused. Some were shocked. My follower count climbed past 100. People started sharing the posts. Around 10 at night, my wife walked into the bedroom. Her face was pale. "We need to talk," she said. "About what?" I asked. "You know what? Your Instagram. What are you doing?" I looked up from my laptop. "Just sharing my experience," I said. "Freedom of speech, right? Or does that only apply when you are doing it?" "That is different," she snapped. "That account is private." 5,200 followers is not private, I said. "That is a public broadcast." "How did you even find it?" she demanded. "Does it matter?" I said. "What matters is you have been telling strangers that I am controlling and abusive while living in my apartment, driving my car, and using my money." "I never said you were abusive," she said. I pulled out my phone and showed her a screenshot where she had replied to a comment, "Emotional abuse is still abuse." She went quiet. "I want a divorce," she said eventually. "Cool," I said. "I will call a lawyer tomorrow. You have until Sunday to figure out where you are going." "You cannot just kick me out," she said. "Actually, I can," I said. "My lease, my name, you are not on it. You wanted freedom. Congratulations." She started crying. I recognized those tears. They were the same ones that always showed up when she did not get her way. "You are being cruel," she said. "I am being honest," I said. "There is a difference." She slept on the couch that night. I could hear her on the phone half the night, probably telling her followers how awful I was. Meanwhile, my phone kept buzzing with notifications. My account passed 800 followers. Her account went private. Too late. I already had everything saved. Sometimes people forget that the internet never really forgets. The next morning, she was gone by 6. Bags packed, her mom honking outside. She did not say goodbye, just left, fine by me. Over the next 24 hours, my follower count hit 2,000. My DMs exploded. Some people called me petty. Some told me they were proud of me for standing up for myself. I honestly did not care what strangers thought. I just wanted the truth out where it could not be rewritten. Then the calls started. Her mom rang me that evening. She did not even say hello. "How dare you humiliate my daughter publicly?" she yelled. "Do you have any idea what you are doing to her mental health?" "Hi, nice to talk to you too," I said. "This is not a joke," she snapped. "She is devastated. You exposed her private thoughts to the world." "Her private thoughts that she posted publicly to thousands of people," I said. "On a public account, that is not a diary. That is a platform." "That was her safe space," her mom said. "Her support system. A safe space where she called me a narcissist and talked about draining our accounts as her exit strategy," I said. "I have screenshots. I just provided context." "We are calling a lawyer," she said. "She deserves compensation for this harassment." "Great," I said. "Tell your lawyer I have documented every post she has made for the last 6 months. Should make discovery interesting." There was a long silence. Then she hung up. An hour later, her best friend showed up at my door. I checked the doorbell camera first, then opened the door with the chain on. "You can take down those posts and apologize," she said. "Pass," I said. "She is having a breakdown," the friend said. "Do you even care?" "She is having a breakdown because she got caught," I said. "Not the same thing." "You are destroying her reputation," she snapped. She built her reputation as a trapped wife on that account, I said. All I did was show what the cage actually looks like. Everyone is attacking her online, she said. The comments are brutal. Consequences, I said. New concept, I know. She is talking about hurting herself, she said. I paused, then called 911 and asked them to do a welfare check at her mom's house. It is important to take that seriously, even when you are done with someone. You are heartless, her friend said. I am done, I said. That is different. She tried to wedge her foot in the door. I closed it. By Friday, I got a call from a lawyer. I represent your wife in a potential defamation case, he said. Your posts constitute harassment and invasion of privacy. Hi, I said. Truth is an absolute defense to defamation. Everything I posted is factual and provable. Also, she posted first. Also, I did not use her name or tag her. You posted financial documents without her consent, he said. My financial documents, I said. My account, my lease, my bills, she is not on them. She does not get consent rights over my statements. He tried to sound forceful. We will be pursuing this aggressively, he said. Cool, I said. Then I will counter with her months-long smear campaign. Have your client bring her screenshots. I will bring mine. He hung up. I called my brother, who hooked me up with a family lawyer. We scheduled a meeting for Monday. That night, my wife texted from her mom's phone. This is your wife. We need to talk about the apartment. I have rights. You are not on the lease, I replied. You have no legal rights to the apartment. Your stuff is still here. Pick a time to collect it. I will be here. Bring whoever you want. This is financial abuse, she wrote. You cannot just cut me off. I did not cut you off, I wrote. You left. I need money for basics, she wrote. Phone, food, toiletries. You have a job, I replied. Use your paycheck. She works 3 days a week at a boutique. Maybe $1,200 a month. I have been covering rent, utilities, car insurance, groceries for 2 years so she could focus on her wellness journey. That wellness journey turned out to be a secret trapped wife brand. You are disgusting, she wrote. I blocked the number. Saturday, the police knocked on my door. She had called to say I was withholding her property. I showed the officers the text where I offered pickup times and proof the lease is solely in my name. They looked like they had seen this same pattern too many times. Sir, just let her get her things and be done with it, one of them said. I am happy to, I said. She just needs to schedule it. An hour later, she arrived with her mom, her best friend, and some older guy I did not know. I opened the door with my phone recording. Here for your things, I said. Do not record me, her mom snapped. Public hallway, I said. I can record whatever I want. I stepped aside. They moved in like a small moving crew. I had already boxed her clothes, makeup, books, and put them in the living room. Her mom started opening kitchen cabinets. She bought most of these dishes, she said. Receipt says I bought them at Target before we got married, I said. I can pull it up. Her best friend was in the bedroom going through drawers. Where is her jewelry box, she demanded. In that box, I said, pointing to the hallway. I packed it yesterday on camera. The random guy tried to puff up. You treat women like this, he said. You are lucky I do not. Do not what? I said. Hit me in my own apartment while I am recording. That would go great for you. My wife cried and claimed I was keeping things from her. I was not. There just was not as much to divide as she wished there was. What about the couch? She said. I picked that out. You picked it out. I paid for it, I said. It stays. The TV, her mom said. Mine, I said. Receipt from 2020, my card. After 2 hours of back and forth, they loaded the boxes into a truck. As they left, my wife turned around. I am glad this happened, she said. I am finally free from you. Great, I said. Sign the divorce papers when they arrive. I am going to make sure everyone knows what you really are, she said. You already tried that, I said. Did not go the way you expected. They left. I locked the door. In the next 2 weeks, things moved from Instagram to TikTok. She started an account there. Same story. Videos of her crying in her childhood bedroom, talking about escaping abuse, showing edited screenshots of our texts. He took everything from me, she said in one video. My home, my car, my security. That video got around 15,000 views. The comments were split. Some people were fully on her side. Others asked questions. If he was that bad, why did you stay? So he paid for everything, but he is the bad guy. She posted a follow-up. For everyone asking why I stayed, she said, financial abuse is real. He controlled all the money. I had no choice. That is when I decided enough was enough. I screen recorded all her videos and sent them to my lawyer. Then I made a single TikTok. I sat at my kitchen table with bank statements in front of me, numbers blurred, camera on. Apparently I am a financial abuser, I said. Let us talk about that. I showed the joint account we used for bills and groceries, explained that she had full access, showed bank entries proving I paid rent, utilities, and car insurance for both of us. Showed pay stubs verifying she made around $1,200 a month and spent it on herself. So when she says, I controlled all the money, I said, what she means is I would not hand her my money with no responsibility attached. Financial abuse is real. This is not that. I posted the video and went to bed. By morning, it had 50,000 views. The comments were rough for her. This is why people do not believe real abuse victims. She had access to the account and chose not to contribute. She is mad her sponsor cut her off. By noon, her TikTok had gone private, but people had already downloaded and reposted it. Meanwhile, life went on. The apartment complex manager called me one day. Someone claiming to be your wife tried to access your apartment with an old key, he said. Our maintenance guy stopped her. I checked my doorbell camera footage. There she was at 11 in the morning, trying the old key, jiggling the handle, looking around, then leaving when a neighbor opened their door. I forwarded the video to my lawyer. Another piece of the pattern. Emails started coming in from random addresses, long messages about how I was ruining her life over a mistake, how real men forgive, how I needed to let it go. I did not respond. My brother came over with pizza that Friday. She is really not letting go, huh? He said. Nope, I said. I think she is hoping if she creates enough chaos, I will get tired and give her what she wants. Are you? He asked. No, I said. I am tired, but I am not giving in. That weekend, I posted one final video. To everyone telling me to let it go, I said, I am. It is called divorce. To my ex, stop trying to get into my apartment. Stop making content about our marriage. Stop sending people to contact me. Sign the papers and move on. This account is done. I deactivated TikTok and deleted my Instagram. I was finished performing my life on the internet. 2 weeks later, the lawyers called. Her side wanted to settle. She will accept a clean split, my lawyer said, if you agree not to post anything else about her online and agree to basic temporary support. I had already deleted my accounts, so that part was easy. We negotiated. I kept the apartment, my car, and my 401k. She got a small amount of monthly support for 18 months and her belongings. We split the value of a few shared pieces of furniture. My lawyer called it shut up and go away money. The judge reviewed everything, the screenshots of her secret account, the financial records, the timeline. The story that I trapped her did not match reality. In court, she wore a black dress like she was at a funeral. Her lawyer tried to paint me as controlling. My lawyer walked through our accounts, her choices to work part-time, the freedom she actually had. The judge asked her a few simple questions. Did he ever physically stop you from leaving? No, she said. Did you have access to joint funds? The judge asked. Yes, she admitted. Did you work? He asked. Part-time, she said. By choice, he added. She did not answer. Settlement approved. 18 months of limited support, clean split. No more claims. Outside the courthouse, her mom tried to start another scene. My lawyer stepped in, reminded her that further contact could be considered harassment. They left. That was 8 weeks ago. My apartment feels different now. Bigger, quieter, mine. I repainted the bedroom, bought new sheets, moved furniture around. Removed anything that reminded me of her secret life. Work is easier. I am not constantly wondering what version of me she is presenting online. I can focus. My brother set me up on a date recently. She was nice. We had a good conversation, but I could feel myself picking apart everything she said, looking for hidden meanings. It was not fair to her. I told my brother no more setups for a while. I need to rebuild my own judgment before I bring someone else into my life. Therapy has helped. My therapist said something that stuck with me. She did not just lie about you. She lied about reality. That shakes anyone. Through mutual friends, I heard my ex moved a couple of hours away. She lives with a new guy she met online. They are already posting couple photos. Her mom is thrilled, says he is successful and treats her right. Good for them, I guess. I genuinely hope he pays attention to any secret accounts this time. As for me, I am not perfect, but I am okay. And right now, okay is enough. Here is what I learned. Lesson 1. If your partner is living a secret life online, they are living a secret life, period. Hidden accounts are rarely the only lie. Lesson 2. Trust your gut, but do not move on suspicion alone. Document things. Screenshots and timelines can save you thousands in court. Lesson 3. Do not burn yourself out to keep someone else comfortable while they quietly build a victim story about you. That is not love. That is self-neglect. Lesson 4. Social media can turn normal relationship conflict into performance. When someone starts playing a character online, they often forget to be a partner in real life. Lesson 5. Protecting yourself is not cruelty. Saying no to someone who is actively working against you is a boundary, not revenge. Lesson 6. If someone says they are trapped while repeatedly choosing to stay in comfort, they are not trapped. They are simply unwilling to be honest about what they really want. What about you? If you found a secret account where your partner was painting you as the villain, would you confront privately, go straight to a lawyer, or do what I did and show your side to the same audience? And have you ever seen someone build a fake narrative online that did not match how they acted in real life?